Big 12 tiebreaker rules. It's a real Marty Huggins situation, Jake. It's a mess. Needs to be cleaned up. Can you help explain it to people?
Yeah, why are we changing things halfway through the season? Or not even like past halfway through the season? So, and I want to give credit, and this I'm trusting here. George Stoa III. All right, so he covers Oklahoma football for Sooner Scoop on On3, our good friends over there. So originally, and again, in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong here, but originally in the Big 12, what they said was, if we have a certain number of tied teams, right? It goes through tiebreakers. There's no more in divisions. If we have a certain number of tied teams, and all of those tied teams at the end haven't played each other, then head-to-head does not matter, right? So if you have 4 teams and all of them haven't played each other, then head-to-head doesn't matter. But now they're talking about changing it to where head-to-head does matter. I'm going to make this very simple. I'm going to make this very simple for people that are trying to follow along. Because this helps out Oklahoma State, all right? And it does hurt. And it's looking like this, in my opinion, it's kind of a way to make sure that Oklahoma and Texas don't play in the Big 12 championship game in their last year there. That's, again... Allegedly, right? But here's what has to happen for Oklahoma to get in. If Texas loses to Iowa State, right, and this is assuming Oklahoma wins out, Texas loses to Iowa State. That's one scenario this weekend, which could happen, right? Which could happen because that gives Texas 2 losses, Oklahoma 2 losses. Obviously, Oklahoma has the tiebreaker if head-to-head is going to matter now when y'all said it wasn't with all these tied teams. Second scenario, Texas beats Iowa State, but then next week they lose to Texas Tech and Iowa State beats Kansas State. Right? That's scenario number 2. So even if Texas wins this weekend against Iowa State, if they lose to Texas Tech next week, and in that same weekend, Iowa State beats Kansas State, then Oklahoma goes. Or take Texas out of it. All right? Let's say Texas is going. Oklahoma goes if Oklahoma State loses to either Houston or BYU. Those are the last 2 games. So if Oklahoma wants help from Texas, they have to hope they lose to Iowa State this weekend, and then Oklahoma wins out and they're in. Or if Texas wins this weekend, Texas loses to Texas Tech and Iowa State beats Kansas State next weekend. Or take Texas out of the equation. If Oklahoma wants to get in over Oklahoma State loses to Houston or BYU because Oklahoma State has 2 conference losses. Oklahoma has 2 conference losses, right? Oklahoma State has the tiebreaker because they beat Oklahoma in Bedlam because now that matters. But if Oklahoma State loses 1 more game, now they have 3 losses. There is no more tie. So that's where I have it right now.
Are they or are they not changing the rules in the middle of it?
They said that the Big 12 said they were going to make a clarification on the tiebreaker rules, and that's supposed to come out. But it looks like there may be some changes, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Well, the third.
So for a Texas-Oklahoma rematch in the conference championship, they'd both need to win out, and Oklahoma State would need to lose a game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For Texas to play Oklahoma.
Just do it like fantasy, man. It's points forward, points allowed. That's what.
I know. I already told you I got the best idea. Oh no, 3-team tie at the end. All right. The head-to-head does it. Punt, pass, and kick.
Or you send someone like back in the day to defend your city.
Power slap.
Right. You send someone who guy
to do what,
who protects your city.
What do you mean
to fight to the death?
Power slap.
You're gonna have them fight to the death.
You want to go to the playoffs or what, dog? Like, what do you mean?
Hey, everybody on YouTube, thank you guys for blowing up the channel. Make sure if you haven't yet, you subscribed. Hit that like button on the videos. We really, really appreciate it and really enjoy bringing you sports the way you want to consume it.